general thoughts, Coach, after the game?
I mean, that's just a phenomenal high school basketball team. It's a phenomenal basketball team in general. We knew we had our work cut out for us, and you know, to me, it's good to see where you need to get to. I've been coaching a long time, and I know the kids may not have been through situations like today, but I have been. So I always focus on, you know, it's unfortunate that these three are done with us, but I always focus on, you have to see where you're trying to get there, and that's what we saw today. So just an absolutely phenomenal high school basketball team. If I wasn't on the other sideline, it'd be fun to watch, but yeah, a phenomenal high school basketball team.
And then, Mike, so the first quarter and a half, I mean, you guys had one field goal in the first quarter, and then the first 5 minutes of the second quarter, you only had maybe one more field goal. I mean, why did it take so long for you guys to try to get into the game?
Their defense, their length, their physicality. You know, we talked about, and I should have emphasized it more, but we were getting in the lane, but you can't, you know, trying to finish against that size, you know, you got to get some kickouts, and then when you're not hitting shots, I mean, we're 1 for 18 from 3. If you're not hitting shots, I knew we would have to hit shots to even have a chance, and we weren't. You know, just their length, their defense. The offense, to me, their defense was the most impressive thing. I pride us on doing it, and their physicality, their length, just everything that they took us out of was very impressive.
Did they compare to any team you guys played this year?
Nope. Nope. And we have 60, and all credit to Howard County, because, you know, we certainly had a good league top to bottom this year. We did what we could to, you know, the 6 games, as I've said, I think the other night, we played City, we played Tacoma Academy, played Springbrook. We tried to schedule some teams, you know, but you can't replicate that, and it's very difficult. And obviously their level of motivation to get 3, you could see it tonight. So no, we don't see teams like that.
Josh, talk about being competitive to the end. You guys were down close to 30, but you still were going at those guys.
I knew today was going to be my last high school game, win or lose, so I had to give everything I had.
And then just any one of you guys, players, if you could just, you know, sum up what you guys were able to accomplish this season, and how you were able to do that.
We was able to accomplish, it's our second regional championship for Reservoir. It's our first time ever going this far for Reservoir, so that's an accomplishment we wanted to get.
Okay.
I think we finished overall like 4th in the county. So if you look at that, you see Atherton who finished like 19-2. Everyone was expecting Atherton to be here. Atherton lost, I think, first or second round in Mount Hebron, and then we just kind of got on a hot streak and kept winning. We just rode it out. Just did all we could.
Coach, when things weren't clicking well in the beginning and you called a few timeouts, what message did you have to your players?
That we had to keep playing, you know, that we weren't going anywhere, that every time that the clock was up there, I said, we're going to be here and we need to learn something about ourselves. Again, I've been in this situation before, because I always pride myself on trying to put ourselves against where we need to get to. It's 18 years of coaching, whatever, wherever. But we have to play it out. You got to keep playing. So I always try to tell the kids it's much about life as it is about basketball, and you're going to have down times and you can't put your head down. You got to just keep playing. We had a game earlier this year with Tacoma Academy. Josh wasn't there in the Christmas tournament. We were down 53-25. We had a very similar conversation, and I think we cut it to 4 in the 4th quarter. This was, you know, a different type of obstacle that we had to overcome, but you just got to keep playing, because you're going to learn stuff about yourself outside of basketball when you're put in situations like this.
And then, Mike, I know you talked so much this postseason about, you know, the chemistry on this team and what they were able to accomplish, but if you could just try to, you know, sum up what this group meant to you, meant to Reservoir, and just meant to Howard County.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a phenomenal group. It's a group I'll never forget. You know, the chemistry of the kids, as I've said, the way they hang out together. I won't forget them. Again, we got farther than any other Reservoir team in terms of the basketball, but, you know, I had my nephew come talk to them yesterday. He won working at Ohio State. He won a national championship, and I showed all the kids the rings, and because I was excited about it, and he told him it's not about the rings. He's like, my sister had to find them. He's like, I don't even know where they are. He's like, all I remember is, the camaraderie of the group and how everybody get along, and, the day-to-day things that we did together. So that kind of resonated with me. This was a tough loss for us to finish with, but once we get some time, I'm not going to think about. I'll think about all the good times that we had throughout the year, and I'll never forget this group ever.
And then for any one of the players, if you just want to, what are you going to take away from this season, whether it be what you accomplished or just the memories that you have?
I think the biggest thing is just our chemistry. Like everyone, if I have a bad game, Caleb will come in and start doing well. I'll be the first one to stand up and cheer for him. And if he has a bad game, I'll come in and score. We just all cheer each other on. There's no selfishness at all the whole season. I think we lost like 3 games in a row, 2 games in a row, and the next day at practice, we have one of the best practices of the year. So there's a good chemistry.
Coach, had you seen a press as aggressive as that, pick you up full court, trap you at half court, and then swing somebody behind you?
Yeah, there you go.
Had you seen that previously?
We tried to replicate it yesterday in practice. We had one day to prepare, and we literally went against 6 and 7 people. Like we ran and jumped against 5. Then I put 6 out there. Then I put 7. But even with that, you can't replicate the size and the athleticism. So I just tried to show the kids' bodies yesterday, and all we talked about was going middle and going forward, because that's what a team like that wants you to do. All the pressure is back, but again, until you've seen it, you can't really replicate it. We did the best we could yesterday in practice, but it's a little different, for sure. Thank you.
What was running through your mind when you were on that hot streak toward the end of the second half?
Yeah, well, I think it was 33-7, and then we finished the half on a 13-6 run. So that's what I told the kids at halftime was like, the finish was good. We had 18 points in the second quarter, just to try to build on it. But again, the starters come back in for them. I think it was like an 8 or 10-0 run to start the second half, and that was a little discouraging. But certainly the way we finished the second quarter at the halftime speech was all about that. I think it was a 13-6, 13-7 run, trying to build on stuff. But yeah, that's what we try to emphasize.
When you saw this team in the summer and the fall, did you have any indication that this would be the group that would make it here?
Reservoir?
Yeah.
Well, I think you do the fall league,
yeah. So
we ended up winning that fall league. That was encouraging because we were missing a lot of the kids, and there was a lot of the younger kids that so that the younger kids participating so much and having so much to do with us winning that, because again, we've got 4 sophomores on this team, 3 who get significant minutes. So that was encouraging because then I knew it was coming, during the season. So it took us a little while to figure it out, and we did. We finished 3rd in the county, so let's get that straight. Took us a while to figure that out. But yes, it was very encouraging at your league, and I knew the group would come together. It just came together at the right time at the end of the season for sure. Thank you.
Any other questions, guys? Thank you.
Thank you.